Hello, please, and welcome to another Newbloods tournament cast. My name is Dodgepong, and I am here bringing you a really exciting cast between Team Envy and Team ExeCute, and I am joined by a good friend from Puppy Kisses, Mr. Tunker. How's it going, Tunker?
Hello, it's going very well.
Awesome, it's good to hear. Now, both of these teams are, as I just said, they are both undefeated so far. Have you been able to have a chance to watch these teams? What do you think it's going to be like tonight?
Well, we just scrimmed to ExeCute last week, and they were very strong. Their flag play is kind of incredible, if I had to say so myself. I might be giving them the edge in this one.
And have you had the chance to play Envy before?
I have not. No, we've been trying to scrim more Newbloods teams, get some variation going on, so if anyone from Envy hears this, hit us up.
And you know what? I'm going to hop over to the game because I think they're already in the middle of their duel. Let me switch over to the game here. And we have Ekimriz from Sir Mike, Ekimriz, a.k.a. Sir Mike from EXE, going down, I think, in the first round here to Fingerstyle from NV. Of course, this is the Newbloods tournament, so these teams duel for first map pick, I believe. And so we already have one for Team Envy. And Sir Mike, I think he played... last night he did the duels for EXE versus who was it last night? STD, and actually I don't know if that was the first attack or not because they're staying start at 31, so we shall see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how these go. Are you super familiar with the way the Newbloods tournament rules work?
No, not really at all. I'm guessing they duel what, best out of 3?
Yes, it is a best out of 3 duel, and we already have Fingerstyle. He's putting some great damage on Sir Mike. Sir Mike is not looking good here, and 99 health and goes down. And I don't if that was the last of the duels, then that means Envy takes it 2-0. I guess we're about to find out if that was the actual. Yes, that was the second win. So. Fingerstyle for Team Envy has chosen Katabatic for Blood Eagle as their map of choice, and so ExeCute will take the Diamond Sword side. Prepaid Lennon on Envy says that one of theirs needs to reboot, so they are going to just take a minute and rotate over to Kata, and then we'll be good to go into the first round. So, how many of the Newbloods matches have you had the chance to watch? I feel like I've only seen a few of them so far, but in general, I've found they're good games.
Yeah, I'm about the same boat as you. I've seen a handful of Newbloods matches, and they've all been really fun to watch. Really, a lot of new talent coming out of these.
And I know your team, Puppy Kisses, actually merged with a Newbloods team, M-Star's Money Truck. How's them been going?
Very well. It's just really nice to have a nice solid roster so you can scrim when you want to, have people on all the time. And just working out the kinks now. We've scrimmed twice, and things are coming together.
Awesome. And you yourselves, Puppy Kisses as a team, you kind of came out of Newbloods yourselves also, and you participated in the last Newbloods tournament, right? Were you with Puppy Kisses at that time?
Yep, we formed for the first Newbloods tournament. And went all the way to the end. I think technically we lost to Revenant.
Is Revenant still around? I actually don't know.
No. Revenant is gone, I believe.
Rest in peace, Revenant.
So we're winners.
Indeed, you guys are the real winners. The real winners are the fans, is what I like to say. Anyway, so yes, we should be waiting for... I guess Envy has one more. I don't know if they're still rebooting or if they're going to rotate to Katabatic to get the countdown underway a little bit. But so Katabatic, what are your thoughts on Katabatic as a map going into this year?
I really like it. I think a lot of comp players don't like it because it's not exactly mirrored on both sides.
You know what?
Just
here, go ahead and talk. I'm gonna try to pull something up special here, but keep talking about Katabatic.
I was gonna say it's got. Just the route diversity of so many different routes makes it a fun map to watch.
Yeah, and I guess what you were saying with the fact that it's the comp maps aren't comp players aren't exactly sure about if it's a good map or not was because it is asymmetrical. And I can't find this. Where is it? I have a good picture, and I should have brought this up earlier, so my mistake.
Shame on you.
Shame on me. I don't know if I'm going to find it. Unfortunately, I had a collection of overhead views of a lot of the maps from back in beta. I don't know if you remember the Goomba stomp glitch, where you stomped on someone's head and they flew forward really fast.
Yes.
Well, what my team did is we really wanted overhead views of the maps so that we could like plan out strategies and stuff. And so what we did, in spectator mode, you can't go that high. Like, I'm going to go as high as I can right now in spectator mode, and I hit a ceiling. I can't go any higher than this right here. So if you wanted a good overhead view of the map, what we did is we used the Goomba stomp glitch to stomp an infiltrator up way high up in the air, and then have somebody observe the infiltrator and turn off the HUD. And then when the infiltrator was way up high in the air, it passed the flight ceiling, then the infiltrator would go invisible, and the person spectating with the HUD off would then take a picture right there. So we were able to go up way high in the air and take an overhead view of the map, and it was really janky, and I would love if there was an actual overhead view of the map, but good times.
That's a lot of work. That's like MacGyver style.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. It was a lot of fun, though. We did that for, I think, pretty much all the maps. But, alright, it looks like we are going to be rotating to Katabatic. I think all the players are here. And, yes, it looks like we have 7 for each team. So, moving forward to Katabatic. Now, a lot of... you were talking about Katabatic and how some players see it as asymmetrical. Personally, from my experience, I have seen it to be asymmetrical, but I think both sides have advantages. I've seen lesser teams beat better teams on the supposed bad side, which is, some people say, is Diamond Sword. So I definitely think it's up in the air. It's up for debate whether or not it is imbalanced necessarily. But I think it's been... we've been playing for almost a year so far, and it hasn't come out conclusively one way or another.
No, and also, if it's bad for one class, it's better for another class in most cases. So it tends to sort itself out.
And Black Waltz from Riot is also joining us. He's going to be recording the games for posterity, I believe. So while we're doing the countdown here, let's talk about these positions here. I don't know Envy's positions quite as well as any ExeCute's, but I believe for ExeCute we're going to be seeing Schmickeldorf playing Sentinel. I think they also have a player, Sinfidel, who plays Sentinel. I'm not sure who is their primary, but Schmickeldorf will be playing that sniper class. Looks like Exunter is going to be playing heavy on flag, so they'll be able to play that Doombringer class and block cappers coming in, place mines, etc. Looks like their offense is going to consist of Ekimriz, aka Sir Mike, Big Shanka, and Gooby. Gooby also known for using his infiltrator skills, and Big Shanka right now, and Ekimriz in the Raider class. And then, finally, VFG Trey, the infamous EXE capper, who we were talking about earlier, displayed some great capping skills and flag play, as we were saying. Looking over at Envy, I am really excited to see how they play because I haven't seen them play a lot, and it looks like they are having some fun switching everybody over into Sentinel. And they are obscuring their classes from both their opponents and the casters, so that's going to be fun to see what positions they're going to be playing. But they've got Style Points, Lufa, Fingerstyle, Combi-Wan, River Rat, Prepaid Lemon, Prepaid Lennon, and Googly. So I think they're going to start this when the match timer gets to 60. They're going to force start it, so let's go ahead and throw up the overlay. And do I have these sides correct? It looks like I do. And, yes, Diamond Sword is EXE, the blue team, and Blood Eagle is Envy, the red team. So here's the 60 mark, and there it goes. The match has begun. We have EXE here as Diamond Sword and Envy as Blood Eagle. And we already see Fingerstyle coming out through the middle as Pathfinder, oddly enough. It looks like he's going to be playing their Chaser, and he's going to be intercepting the light offense coming in from EXE. And we have Prepaid Lenin setting up a back route. He's going to be playing the capper for Envy, and he passes by VFG Trey, who's capping for EXE. Did VFG Trey spot him? I don't know.
Yes, he did.
He did spot him.
I saw him turn around. It looks like he spotted him.
Well, then it'll be up to Schmickeldorf here, who has definitely seen Prepaid Lenin. And Prepaid Lenin, oh, look at what route he is doing. Did he go down? Is he still alive? No, he's coming on here, coming vertically on top of the flag and grabbing it. He is out with 1,200 health. That is the famous Iban Derp route that you've just seen there. I'll try to catch it better next time. But that caught EXE off guard, and it looks like Gooby might be the only one who can make the play. No, he passes by Googly, or Big Shunka's there, but he goes down, and it's already a quick 1 point for Envy.
I saw EXE's clear on that was a little late.
Unfortunately, I missed seeing VFG Trey's approach to the flag. I was focused on Prepaid Lenin's really high derp route. Do you know what I mean when I say that derp route?
I don't think I do.
All right. Well, watch Prepaid Lenin. He might do it again here. Basically, this is a route that goes really, really high in the air, almost vertically on top of the flag, and lands on the ramp right behind the flag and goes out. It looks like he is running safe fall instead of reach so that he won't take that extra damage. And yes, he's doing it again. Watching him fly way, way high in the air. And he's going to land pretty much on the stand. We do have a lot of clear from Envy. And it looks like the stand, we have Big Shunka still alive. And Big Shunka misses the body block, though. And Prepaid Lenin is out again. Schmickeldorf misses a snipe. And misses another snipe, and Prepaid Lenin this time out with 1,300 health, and this is already looking like it could be a second point for Envy. Gooby there trying to get
setting up.
No, but he's unable to make it. And there's the second cap. Googly was actually bonking him a little bit, keeping him off. But EXE a little bit flustered here, maybe not expecting to go down this fast. But they've got to see that route and be able to adjust to it, or else Prepaid Lenin is going to take them to school all night with it. But we do have VFG Trey coming in for a front route, and looking at this flag stand, he doesn't really have any clear, but he is out. No, he is not out. He dies on the stand, and the flag stays safely.
Yeah, two very fast caps here.
And I don't... Go ahead.
I was going to say, let's see if EXE can kind of tighten this up a little bit.
Envy opting to leave the flag out in the field, and I think it's probably going to be okay. VFG Trey is still setting up, and the flag will be auto-returned in time. Taking a look at their flag stand, though, looks like we have a little bit of a clear going on. And actually, the flag is already out on the other side. Prepaid Lenin looks like he missed this time, did a slightly different route, and got conked. And is taken down. It looks like Motive's got the flag, but we have VFG Trey, who was setting up, was able to get out with full health as a Pathfinder, not a soldier. Sniped once by style points, the sniper for Envy, and opts to punt it. Looks like Gooby is coming in here for the catch, but Lufa is out with an E-grab going backfield, sniped out by Schmickeldorf, but this flag is still picked up by Gooby and stayed alive. Schmickeldorf going for the return. He's not going to get there in time before Schmickeldorf gets to the flag stand. Gooby is really, really low. Flag goes down. VFG gets the pickup. The flag is returned by Schmickeldorf, and a cap for EXE.
Really good cluster play on that to get it home.
Yes, indeed. That was a case where you just gotta have everyone switch into Pathfinder and crash down the field, and unfortunately, Envy wasn't able to pull that off as well as they needed to. But great communication on the part of EXE for telling Schmickeldorf to go on the return while everyone else protected Gooby, the flag carrier. And we do have Prepaid Lenin. He did switch back to doing these back routes, see if he's going to do this very high route and see if Schmickeldorf is caught on yet. We do see VFG Trey setting up on a back route that's probably going to pass right bound. Actually, he goes over. I don't know if he saw Prepaid Lenin, but Schmickeldorf, let's see if he's spotted. Actually, Envy is on top of Schmickeldorf. Schmickeldorf spotted him, but Kami is distracting him. Taking a look at this flag stand, it's filled with fractals, and there's no one there to block it. Prepaid Lenin is out, but he's at really low health this time. Schmickeldorf misses a couple of snipes, and Motive is on the chase this time. Prepaid Lenin not looking as good of a shape as his previous caps, but he's still got speed. VFG Trey misses the flag attempt on the Blood Eagle stand, which means this actually could turn into the third cap. Yes, it does for Team Envy, and Envy is going strong so far on this map.
Absolutely. It's that missed cap, man. Could have been a great E-grab.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't really have much clear there. I wonder if EXE is having trouble coordinating their clears. VFG Trey is setting up a route again, and let's take a look at this flag stand to look at EXE's clear if they're able to get in here. Taking a look at their setup, they have 2 Raiders and an Inf still, so they haven't changed their offensive setup yet. Big Shonka and Gooby doing some clear here on top of Googly, and Gooby goes down. Googly still with full health, the Hoff there, and VFG Trey coming in. I think Googly, he went to the inventory at the wrong time, and VFG Trey is out eating 1 mine and then a snipe and goes down in the midfield. And I think Fingersaw is going to be able to pick this up. But Prepaid Lennon is out on the other side, full health as Pathfinder. Missed snipe from Schmickeldorf, and VFG Trey is actually on the chase there instead of capping. That's his motive. And Prepaid Lennon still full health in midfield. Looks like we have River Rat and Lufa from Team Envy coming out here to meet him and take down his chasers. VFG Trey and Motive actually are extremely low health on this chase. VFG Trey only has a few HP. Oops. And I lost the flag carrier. There he is. And it looks like Gooby got an E-grab on the stand as the infiltrator, preventing this cap from happening, which will buy them a little bit of extra time. EXE has got to have some crash here, or else this is going to be a 4th cap for Envy. And no, nice conk on the stand. And Motive not only knocks the flag out of his hands, but gets the E-grab, giving EXE a lot of extra time. Great play by Motive. He's sniped out, but this flag is far away. River Rat's going to be on the return. But Fingerstyle here is facing some crash from EXE. Actually, no, they're all taken down, and I think this could be the 4th cap. It is for Envy, and Envy is up 4-1 here with only about 6 minutes played so far in this game. Excuse me, not 6, 7, 8 minutes, 7 or 8.
Doesn't matter. I was going to say, you can see the EXE crash coming, but just a little bit too late.
You know, I personally expected EXE to be really strong on Katabatic. I've seen them play this map quite a bit and practice on it, pubbing on it. But last night they lost to STD on it as well. They went on to win the series, but they haven't been successful on it last night or tonight so far. Missed flag attempt by VFG Trey to no clear on the stand again. It looks like EXE is just having some trouble clearing the stand. Whereas Envy right now throwing some fractals on the stand by Lufa as a brute clear, and Prepaid Lennon again on this really high route, which has been doing work all night. Exunter sees him, I think. No, he's disked out of the way. I don't think Exunter is running super heavy, and Prepaid Lennon is out with almost 1,300 health. And a one-hit snipe from Spickeldorf is bringing him down to under 1,000, but it looks like, if nothing happens, it looks like Gooby is in position. He could get the return. Conk actually goes down. Gooby gets an E-grab, and he's going for the return. No, he's taken down. Fingerstyle is still up with half health, and Lufa looks like he's going for the return. Fingerstyle, though, is out of energy and gets killed, and Motive gets the return.
Amazing.
So, yes, this is the Newbloods tournament, and cap-outs are at 5, whereas TWL and European Duels, I believe, cap out at 7. So, one more cap, and NV has this in the bag. But EXE looks like they're not ready to give up yet. A great return by Motive, and let's see if they can turn this around, get their O clear more coordinated to get that stand empty.
And they have plenty of time. There's 16 minutes left.
Absolutely. Well, EXE's defense is going to need to tighten up quite a bit more, catching that back route. Big Shonka as a brute goes down to Googly, and Gooby here doing some clearing. And actually, yeah, Gooby is still alive to take out VHG Trey, who missed and then died on the stand. Prepaid Lennon on a separate back route, different this time, and is out with 210 health. Looks like he ate some mines. And we have Big Shonka trying to put some Nova Colt into him. And it looks like pretty much all of EXE is way far behind. He stops, accidentally dead stops, or let's go to space, tries to punch to the stand. But he is off stand. This could be really costly. EXE is coming down for their clash, but no, not in time. EXE is able to get that 5th cap and bring that game, or bring themselves up 1-0 in this series. So well played by Envy.
Very much. That was a very fast first map. I'm surprised.
Yeah, that was a very fast first map, but I'm curious, though, as to what the next map is going to be, because I mean, this isn't over by any means. EXE is a very strong team in terms of their capping abilities, but we're unable to pull together there on defense or offense. I think that over-the-top derp route, as I like to call it, threw them off quite a bit, and they weren't able to quite deal with it. And their O just wasn't able to get coordinated enough to clear the flag, enough for VFG Trade to get those caps out. And so well done by Envy on being able to just totally own that map. Well done. And I'm not sure if Crossfire is the second map. I suppose we'll find out. Let's discover. I don't know. Schmiggeldorf does not know what the next maps are.
I love that voice.
Gooby says that this is the next map, so we are going to see Crossfire for map 2. And Envy is going to be the people who pick the third map.
I've heard EXE is very strong on this map, so it makes sense they picked it.
Did you happen to watch last night's game with SCD and Envy by any chance? Or SCD and EXE?
Briefly.
I actually don't know what the other two maps they played were after Katabatic, so I wish I had watched those because I would know how EXE is going to handle the rest of these, because it did end up winning that series, even though they lost the first game.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I watched a lot of streams last night and like a lot of streams today.
Well, regardless, yes, we did have the ESL Paris Week of Gaming tournament or something like that in Europe. And do you know who the finals are going to be? I think it's Monomaniacs and...
I know it's Mono. I'm not sure the second team.
I think I heard that IDK lost, so it's not going to be the perennial top team in Europe, IDK. It's going to be somebody else, from what I have heard. Well, taking a look at these setups, it looks like EXE is going to stay with the same composition with the Hoff, Sentinel, and Pathfinder Chase on D, and the Double Raider, Infiltrator, plus Capper on offense. I didn't have a good chance to look at the offensive clear setup for Envy. They did have a Brute, I know, using those fractals to clear the stand. And they had a standard, I think, Pathfinder, Sentinel, Doombringer defense. But I think Envy was favoring the Soldier Caps more also. But we do have the match underway here. EXE is still on Diamond Sword, and Envy is on Blood Eagle, the red team. And we have these players coming out to meet each other in the middle already. Gooby, I think he was spotted as an infiltrator, and Fingerstyle, looking around for him, no, he has lost track of him. Now, I am really curious to see how cappers are going to set up on this map, because this can be a difficult map to cap on, given how wide everyone can see, how wide the snipers can see players. And as we just saw there, prepaid Lennon goes down to Spickeldorf snipe. We see VFG Trey setting up kind of on this back area right now. I don't know if he messed up the route, but he's just kind of hanging out right here, and he might be setting up a static back route. But style points is all over him, and I would be surprised if he's able to pull this off successfully. He might wait for some clear first. But in the meantime, we have prepaid Lennon setting up another side route, and we'll see if Schmickeldorf has seen it already.
He's getting snipes coming in.
He has. And VFG Trey actually sounds like he was able to get out, but taken down pretty quickly. Sir Mike actually getting the pickup, and looks like Fingercells was able to get that return after Googly took him out. And just seeing that play reminded me, as you were saying, he actually has superb flag play, and this is the map to demonstrate that. Cluster play is heavily rewarded on Crossfire. Oftentimes you just need to get the flag off the stand and then carry each other back home, just cluster home. Instead, on the part of Envy, we see a more traditional capper clear setup with prepaid Lennon setting up these side routes. It looks like this time he is not seen, and a couple of fractals on the stand from Envy, and prepaid Lennon could be out. He is with half health as a soldier, going out fast. Missed snipe, actually one hit snipe there from Schmickeldorf, brings him down just under half health, and EXE has got to pull off an E-grab or get the stop on this. We do see Gooby here as infiltrator to get knocked off the stand. He was going for the E-grab. Another E-grab missed. And first point of the game again goes to Team Envy.
Yeah, they did a really good job of protecting that flag when he was coming in. They didn't let that get off at all.
Indeed. I wonder where VFG Trey is right now in terms of where he's setting up his routes. If I had the ability to bookmark players where they didn't reset when they died, then that would be awesome. I hope Hi-Res is listening. VFG Trey setting up a very high route, 56 whole health as Pathfinder, which could be an interesting decision. He's already been spotted by the LO, who are setting up on the left side of, right side of Exe's base. But the clear looks like it was taken down by Envy, and Googly saw it, but he missed it. VFG Trey is out with 666 health. Fingerstyles on the chase, but there's no speed, and it looks like prepaid Lennon tried to make a route, but he missed. Lufa gets the E-grab instead, and there's a lot of Envy players here on this stand. A lot of red here to try to take that flag away from Envy. The flag is returned for EXE, and VFG Tree makes the cap and evens it up 1-1.
It was very good. He kind of juked him going around the side of the base and going under.
And there was a quick counter grab there by Envy, but that's cleaned up pretty quickly by the EXE defense before they go out to clear the flag for VFG Trey, who is setting up on a route on the other side again. And I don't know if Envy has spotted it, but I don't think that offense is going to get there in time. Googly not spotted it yet. Now he's spotted it, and VFG Trey goes underneath him, but doesn't dodge the Titan. Taking a look at the EXE flag, the Diamond Sword flag, it looks like there's no clear going on, and I don't know if there is prepaid Lennon who is setting up on a route just now. And looks like he is still in the soldier class and flying high, but will Schmickeldorf, the EXE sniper, see him? It looks like he has seen him already. And those nice high floaty targets are great sniper bait.
Especially in soldier.
That's true, he is in soldier. And he missed some snipes, but prepaid Lennon is very low and dies though before he's able to grab.
Takes a mine.
That's a good point. Yes, it was a mine. We do have on the Envy flag, we have a Juggernaut actually on the part of EXE, switching up from their Raider Inf to have Juggernaut Raider Inf to clear the stand. And we have Gooby here as the infiltrator ready to clear the flag stand, and VFG Trey setting up on the side. The flag stand looks pretty clear. We just have the sniper who may have seen him. And Ectobite, I think, might be getting up in position to block him, but he misses. And this flag is completely up. No! Googly was able to get back in position and take out VFG Trey, so that flag is safe. Gooby actually might do a Plan B grab, as I like to call it, but unfortunately that goes down for him.
I don't know if you saw, but the capper's body went flying. All the way out of the ocean.
I didn't see that. You're talking about VFG Trey's body? I missed that.
Yeah. He took a Titan and just went soaring. I had to mention it, sorry.
Prepaid Lennon setting up on a side grab, and this flag stand is almost empty. No, Exunter was there, and I think it landed the Titan, and prepaid Lennon goes down pretty easily to Motive, who gets that return immediately. So, no grab there for an Envy. VFG Trey on a very high, odd back route. I don't know if I've ever seen this variation of the route, but he is spotted. And at 113 health as Pathfinder, if he even touches a mine, he'd go down. But instead, he grabs it and punts it immediately to Big Shanka. It goes past him. Let's see if there's somebody else who can get that pickup, though. Four Envy players miss it, and then they finally get the return. So a little bit of a fumble there, but no harm, no foul, I suppose. Looks like VFG Trey just quickly setting up another grab, and we have quite a few EXE players coming in to clear that stand. Gooby again as infiltrator, and I think I saw Big Shanka. There comes Big Shanka, the or not. And VFG Trey is out with that Pathfinder with 805 health. Going fast, but running straight into the two Envy players. He's sniped out by style points, and Ectobite's going to get this return, no problem. In the meantime, we have an infiltrator grab from the back. Prepaid Lennon is out. He tries to punt it. He misses, and he actually misses the regrab as well. Do we have any chasers, though? No chasers out for EXE right now. So they pick it up and punt it again to nobody. But it looks like they have a little bit of cluster on this flag. 3 MV players clustering this flag home. just kind of holding hands with each other. Sir Mike trying to take out Fingerstyle, going down to himself. Nice Merv from Big Shonka to get the kill, but Lufa gets the pickup, getting chained down pretty hard there, and it looks like EXE might have this flag. Big Shonka, yes, gets the return. In the meantime, though, VFG Trey is out himself, almost about to get a grab, but a fatty grab here on the part of, I think that was Kami1, gets it in the midfield, and actually Envy gets the pickup underneath the flag stand. Ectobite going low health, trying to get away from the flag, just trying to buy time for his team to get the return. Big Shonka throws off the flag to a teammate on top of the base. But meanwhile, VFG Trey is chasing down that flag in the backfield, and it looks like Ectobite threw it or was conked. VFG Trey going for it but misses, and Prepaid Lennon gets the pickup instead. The flag is down on the other side. And yeah, it could be going into a standoff. Yeah, it looks like EXE has cleaned up the offense from Envy and are going to set up on a standoff position, whereas Envy is looking like they're going to be setting up on standoff on top of their ship as well. So we do have a standoff. We already have some offense coming in here from EXE, though. We have Gooby as that infiltrator, and VFG Trey goes down pretty quickly. Googly still is the fat class holding the flag, and he's standing right on the flag stand. Schmickledorf, the flag carrier here for EXE, and is almost Nitron there by Kami, but misses. And it looks like Kami1's the only one left there who can try to do something. Flag was dropped on the other side, but Google was able to get the pickup. A lot of offensive pressure here from EXE. The flag is dropped again, but Lufa gets the pickup. And yeah, great cluster here from Envy as well.
Trey was maybe a foot away from that flag. He almost had that return.
But yeah, both teams' flag handling so far has impressed me a lot, especially coming out from Envy here so far. Seen some great capping and some great cluster, so kudos to them for sure. Looks like this offensive attempt by Envy not quite as coordinated as they wanted to. Conk goes down by Prepaid Lennon, but he misses, and Exunter gets the pickup. Meanwhile, Lufa on the other side with Envy they've decided to move their standoff position to this back hill, which is a lot more defensible, but is further away from the flag stand. So if the return happens, they are going to have to very quickly get to the flag stand to get that return. But it looks like will the return happen here? The flag is down, and Ectobite looks like he might get it. He does, but now EXE is in a position where they can grab it really quickly. In fact, VFG Trey does grab it. Oh, and they got the return for themselves. And both flags are home, and regrabs happen. Actually, it looks like Prepaid Lennon is out with a lot of speed, 45 health, punts it out to Ectobite. And actually, this could turn in, after the return, this could be a cap for Envy, but no, there's quite a bit going on. Big Shonka almost gets the return, and Ectobite is still up with very low health. Motive almost gets it, but he goes down as well, and Envy clustering this flag home. Great pickups. Sir Mike going in to try to get the E-grab, but no, the cap finally comes out for Envy. Envy goes up 2-1 after a very hard-fought standoff and a hard-fought re-grab. So well done by Envy. Great cluster and great play, but great crash by EXE. So how do you feel the offensive styles here between EXE and Envy have differed here? And do you think that EXE's general idea is pretty good? It looks like they're trying to do some slightly different grabs. It looks like their I think is more coordinated as well. But I mean, they are keeping this a lot more even. Actually, VFG Trey is out already, 60 health, and punts it down to Big Shonka, who just misses the grab. And Motive actually does a grab instead. But it looks like Envy is trying to get the E-grab, but instead a punt comes out from, who was that? I'm not sure who that was who punted it. But, it actually looks like, no, Sir Mike gets the pickup. A lot of Envy here. Actually, Envy all goes down except for Luva, who's still alive. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 EXE players surrounding this flag. And, in fact, I don't know where the 7th is. It looks like they're out front. And it looks like Sir Mike might get the cap, but no. Bigger Style gets the grab and punts it out. Motive's right on top of it. And I think the flag carrier, Sir Mike... Oh, there was a return! Kami got the conk in the middle of the flag.
Amazing Nitron.
And returned the flag. And great play, no cap there for EXE. So looking back at these setups, it looks like EXE has switched away from the Juggernaut, electing to stay with Raider, Infiltrator. Envy has gone with 2 Brutes and a Raider for their offensive setup. And I've seen a lot of Fractals on the stand. I'm really kind of happy to see Brutes making such a comeback. For a long time, they were considered a completely useless class, but once people realized their clearing potential with those Fractals, they became a lot more used.
Yeah, they turn that stand into hot lava whenever they throw a Fractal. You can't stand on it, so...
Speaking of which, Fractal's going off now on the Diamond Sword flag stand. Envy has done a great job clearing here. Do we have a cap, though, coming in? Yes, we have Prepaid Lenin, who is out, still a soldier with 715 health. He will eat at least a couple more snipes. One snipe goes down, and 140 health, very, very low. And he is sniped out by Schmickeldorf. Great shot there. But is there anybody on the return? Yes, Motive is there to get that return. He's going to beat Fingerstyle there, I think. Indeed, he is. Taking a look at this Blood Eagle flag stand, do we have VFG Trey setting up on a route still? I'm not sure. We have Sir Mike and Gooby setting up to do some clearing. Sir Mike getting a lot done, and Gooby actually. It looked like he was not an infiltrator, but a heavy class. And it looks like Envy's defense is able to take care of all those, and there was no capper coming in to take advantage of that distraction. Instead, VFG Trey is coming in only now with maybe about 7 or 10 seconds here before he grabs. With 57 health and spot, he's taken out pretty easily by Fingerstyle. Whereas on the other side, Prepaid Lenin is out as a soldier with almost full health. Got some good chase by Motive, who's right on top of him. Nails him with a disc and tries to peck him with the LAR, but Prepaid Lenin is actually coming here. He's extremely low, but he gets the cap. 3-1 now for Envy. Great attempt there by Motive. I can't help but think that instead of that disc, it should have been a Nitron to knock the flag out of his hand, but I don't know if he had any left. He might have. So 3-1 now on Crossfire with just over 10 minutes left to play. And EXE still having trouble getting this flag out and home, and when they do get it home, they've had some unfortunate happenings where the flag gets e-grabbed or whatnot. Gooby here trying to clear the flag stand. Actually, this flag looks very clear, and Gooby actually goes for the e-grab. Still has that infiltrator now, 600 health, and he punts it out to Sir Mike, just passes Sir Mike. But oh, and Fingerstyle is right on top of it. Sir Mike goes down, and looks like Envy has the return. They do. And while I was talking there, Prepaid Lenin got out with almost full health here on the part of Envy, and getting home pretty quickly, pretty easily, a decent amount of health. An e-grab was made by VFG Trey, who just did a quick front to back. Looks like he punts it out to somewhere. I mean, I guess he's just trying to get it away. Maybe it looks like some of EXE is coming on it. Motive trying to get the pickup, and it looks like Kami 1 was trying to get the return, but he missed it, and he goes down. So it looks like this could be going into another standout soon. Big Shanka trying to get the kill on Ectobite, gets a lot of chain on him, and Gooby could get the... Yes, he does get the return! And Gooby there with a nice disc, and then just being in the right place at the right time gets the return. But Kami 1 who's coming in here, and quite a lot of crash here from Envy trying to go for this flag. An e-grab by Prepaid Lenin from the front to back. He's extremely low, but that flag is not getting capped as long as he's carrying it. And he is sniped down by a nice shot from Schmickeldorf. And I think Sir Mike, who is the flag carrier for EXE, is going to get ready to get that cap as soon as it's returned. It's returned, and a cap for EXE, 2-3, and EXE is closest to a 1-point game.
Closing the gap, very good.
And yeah, just looking at this EXE offense, they are all together, all three of them, Big Shanka, Ekimriz, and Gooby, coming in to set up this clear. And looking for their capper. I don't know where VFG Trey is right now. Gonna find him real quick. I don't know where he is, unfortunately. But at least their offense seems to be together. Where let's take a look at the Diamond Sword flag. Quite a lot of clear coming on from Envy, but their defense is able to clean them up quite a bit. And I don't know if I see Prepaid Lenin is only just setting up now. VFG Trey coming in for a flag attempt. The stand is very clear. Only Fingerstyle can make the stop, and VFG Trey is out with... He's switched to Soldier now, and he's got over 1,000 health. Fingerstyle trying to chain him down as that soldier himself, but VFT eats one snipe, but is still at 600 health, and this could turn into a cap. It's going to be up to Envy to try to make some sort of E-grab or stop. I don't think that can happen, though, and it looks like, yes, EXE is able to get to equalize the score, get the equalizing cap, and it is anybody's game here on Crossfire. So with that equalizing cap, yeah, it looks like EXE has really settled down here and have fell into their groove. VFG Trey switching to Soldier away from Pathfinder. Soldier has just so many advantages right now over Pathfinder as a capping class. Pathfinder can definitely go fast, but with the dominance of snipers these days, soldiers just have that extra 500 health using the utility pack to where they can just eat basically an entire full snipe. It looks like VFG Trey on a background kills Gooby, or Gooby and Googly, that's confusing me all night. And he's out in midfield with 600 health. Prepaid London very low with a grab himself. It looks like Sir Mike's going to get the return as his motive. Kami there is on the flag trying to get the E-grab. He does get the E-grab, and ExeCute gets the pickup from EXE. But they need to get this return. The flag goes down on the stand, and Fingerstyle's there. He gets the return, and no cap there for EXE. And actually, they're going to take this E-grab and run with it. Prepaid Lennon is out with only 100 health, but punts it to midfield. There's no one here from Envy to get the pickup, and it looks like ExeCute is able to get that return. But I'll tell you what, EXE definitely feels like they're getting their groove on finally, and things are picking up. They've gotten almost a second cap there in a row, and we'll see if they're able to pull it off again.
Yeah, they're hitting a little groove here where their clear times are doing really good, and they're getting flags out. That's all that matters.
Looks like Katabatic is as a soldier, and I think he is a secondary capper for Team Envy, and he's setting up a looks like a sneaky back route right now. I have no idea if the X is going to see this, but Big Shanka gets an E-grab or a llama grab from Envy. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I don't see anyone. No, Gooby misses it, and the flag is returned just fine. But did Katabatic get spotted? I don't know. We do see Prepaid Lennon, though. He gets out with a side-to-side grab, and Schmickeldorf goes down, so no sniper is currently up for EXE, and I don't really see much chase here for Prepaid Lennon. We do have Sir Mike, who could get the intercept. Actually, it looks like Sir Mike is going for the E-grab, but he goes down pretty easily, and Prepaid Lennon... No, ExeCute gets the E-grab, and Prepaid Lennon goes down on the stand. It looks like Envy has got that under control, and the other flag was shot down by Envy's sniper. So Lufa getting ready to get that return, but Sir Mike is there. No, he told him not to return. He goes down still, though. Looks like Katabatic gets to pick up. No! Return by Big Shanka. Big Shanka nailed a Nitron and got not only an E-grab, but a return, so saving that cap for EXE. Great play by Big Shanka.
He just got right in there. They didn't even see him. He was going so fast. I love plays like that.
Yes, and Fingerstyle is able to pick up EXE's flag, but going the wrong way, punts it backwards, which means it goes straight up and down. Motive gets the mid-air return just fine, and looks like both flags are now safe again.
I do like the double capper strategy on this map, especially because it's such a small one. If the sniper spots you, you're pretty much going down.
BFG Trey trying to do a sneaky back route, but Googly is able to spot him and take him down just fine, replacing some mines. But Gooby, though, as the plan B, grabs it, Llama grabs it, and he goes down. I was expecting him to punt it, but it looks like he wasn't able to pull that off, unfortunately. Katabatic now also capping still. Looks like, yes, you were saying they are double capping. But very high in the air and sniped quite a bit by Schmickeldorf. 61 whole healths, and it was taken out right there. But Prepaid Lennon is right next to him.
Full health, almost.
He's still spotted, and it'll be up to ExeCute to get the stop. He is still out, though. Looks like he was completely missed. Sniped once with 419 health, and he's out. Do we have any chase? It looks like just the sniper who's hits him once, bring him down to just over 200 health, and he goes down to Schmickeldorf. But is there anybody... Is there anyone on the return? Yes, Motive is there. Lufa is not going to beat him there. Motive misses it, but there it goes. quite a lot of clear looking at those EMP grenades, and Googly is knocked off stand and doesn't have the energy to get back up since those were EMP. This is a great time for a capper to come in and cap, but unfortunately it looks like that clear was badly timed. I think VFG Tree might have been taken out. I don't know where he is right now, but it was a good attempt. Gooby tries to do the punt. Unfortunately, he goes down, and it looks like there's 3 offense coming in from EXE, but the return does happen. And a flag attempt goes out by Prepaid London, but taken out by ExeCute with that Titan launcher. And looks like there's nothing doing there. Katabatic still setting up this sneaky back route. I wonder if they have caught on to this, or if this is even going to be effective. Looking into this flag stand, ExeCute, I think, has spotted him. He's putting out some mines. Katabatic still gets out as a soldier with half health, and is getting a lot of chain put on him. Is taken down pretty easily. Lufa trying to get the pickup, but no, taken out by Motive pretty easily. And knocked out of the way of Kami, who tried to get the midfield grab. And it looks like Figuresaw might try the same, but no, ExeCute is there babysitting it, and Figuresaw goes down.
That was very smart not to return, because Figuresaw was on a great route.
It looked like there was immediate re-grab. My mistake, though, but it goes down pretty easily. Motive gets the return there as well. So it looked like there was some kind of crash grabbing, just doing whatever they try to do to get the flag moving from the part of Envy, but looks like it's not working very well there. And we have just a minute and a half left before we go into overtime, and so it's looking like pretty much the next person who caps wins, and we have VFG Trey back in Pathfinder, punting it out to midfield. Looks like Motive is gonna... No, Motive misses the pickup, and misses it again. Looks like Figuresaw does get the return. Unfortunately, it was a bad throw from EXE. And actually, it looks like for Envy, we have 2 cappers, both sitting up on either side. They're going to do cross grabs, and Prepaid London's taken out, but Katabatic gets the grab out, and he is out as soldier just under 1,000. 1 snipe, 2 snipes, down 3 snipes in a row from Schmickeldorf, take Katabatic out, no problem, and Motive has got that return.
Maybe not.
Oh, maybe not. You're right. Everyone died. Well, no, Envy is still up, and that flag is still alive. My mistake. I dismissed that too early. Envy still has this. Sir Mike is coming in to intercept, but he is in Raider. He doesn't have a Nitron. Trains him out pretty well. Prepaid Lennon does get a punt, and Fingersaw gets the pickup. An E-grab by ExeCute. He's extremely low health in the backfield, and is sniped out by style points. But it looks like... Motive does not get the return. He's taken out just beforehand. Very low here. Envy is extremely low health. And Schmickeldorf... No, Schmickeldorf misses the return. Kami 1 trying to pull this up. They're just waiting for the return in the backfield, trying to time this. The return, is it coming? No, the return comes, but ExeCute gets the kill and the return. And no cap there for Envy.
Woo.
And Motive is now out with that E-grab at 30 health, and he is going to punt that out to the midfield. I think that was... I don't know if this was turning into a real route, but Sir Mike got the pickup. Nice grab in midair, and he is going pretty slow as Raider, and there's a lot of Envy players here. You get the return. Big Shanka is going to be the one to pick this up, hopefully for them. But no, he goes down immediately and returned by Prepaid Lennon. So this is now in overtime.
Like I said before, really good cluster play. They're all rushing the flag, and they're all sticking together.
Absolutely. And overtime, I didn't realize that Newbloods overtime rules were an hour. Which is, I think that's TWL rules as well.
Yeah, that's TWL.
It looks like, I think... Yes, it looks like EXE is still staying with that same setup with Raider, Infiltrator, and Envy has traded one of their brutes, I think, for a soldier now. Oh, they switched to double cap, which is what happened. Flag attempt by VSG Trade goes down pretty easily. On the other side, though, flag is very clear, but I don't know. We do have Katabatic coming up and for this kind of over-the-shoulder grab. Prepaid London beats him, though, and the flag is out. Full health as a soldier, 1,400 health. And Schmickeldorf trying to get some snipes, but he's being harassed, and he goes down. There's no sniper up for EXE right now, and there's got to be some great chase from EXE to get this return. Motive is right on top of him, and he's going for the E-grab instead. Their E-grab happens by VFG Trey. on a route, it looks like, not exactly an E-grab. He beat him home, but he only has 53 health, punts it forward, and looks like ExeCute's going to get this pickup. We might be in a standoff. Lufa is here still defending this flag. Gooby is there as the infiltrator, but I'm not sure what's going to happen here.
Kami might get this return.
Kami
Yes.
got the return, and it looks like Lufa's going for the cap, and yes, there it is, a 4th cap for Envy, and they are going to take the series. I believe they still have one more game to play. I think they play 3 flat, but Envy remains the only undefeated team so far in a Newbloods tournament, taking out EXE 2 maps in a row here, and it looks like we're going to be going on to a 3rd map. I'm not sure which map it's going to be. It looks like last map is going to be Rain Dance, which is Envy's pick, and ExeCute is saying that they need 10 minutes between this match and the last match, so they are going to take a quick 10-minute break, I think, and we're going to come back and bring you the last map of the series. And if that's the case, then, well, let's do a little bit of talk here. So, honestly, I've been very impressed here with Envy. They're, to be perfectly honest, a much better team than I realized. I mean, I haven't seen them play a whole lot, and I knew that EXE had some very good capping and flag play, but Envy has come out here strong, displaying a lot of talent. They've definitely practiced a lot. They know a lot of interesting routes and interesting strategies, and they were able to pull it off. The Crossfire was extremely, extremely even. I think that probably could have gone either way, but in the end, someone's got to win with those kind of rules. And nice, nice melee there by Katabatic.
Yeah, Envy's been practicing a whole lot, and I believe most people thought ExeCute would be the favorite coming into this.
You know, I mean, both of these teams have displayed a great amount of skill, and I'm really looking forward to how they're going to be when they finally join the main ladder, the TWL ladder. I think both of them could be top teams coming up pretty soon as long as they keep practicing. They're on the right trajectory, absolutely.
Yeah, lots of new talent. That's why I love these Newbloods matches.
And if we are having a 10-minute break, you know what? I'm going to join in and have some fun.
Slaughter them.
Oh no, I can't join because it's the
Oh, you get that bug?
Yeah, oh well. I'll just spectate in the meantime.
Do we know the last map yet?
I believe it's going to be Rain Dance.
Oh yes, Rain Dance.
And Rain Dance, that was Envy's pick. I've seen ExeCute do pretty well on Rain Dance in the past, but it's the pick by Envy, so they obviously feel pretty confident in it.
I'm curious if they're going to double cap. I'm guessing they might. I don't know. It's really hard to tell in Rain Dance.
From what I see, EXE's VFG trait is streaming right now. I want to try an experiment. Just give me a second here. I wonder if this is going to work. Let's see if this works. Add.
Looks like Kami 1 is having some problems with ping. He's sitting at 140.
I'm not sure how to get RTMP URLs from Twitch off the top of my head, so I'm going to forget that. I think there's a way to bring live streams in directly to XSplit. What's going on? I think
there's an argument about Kami's ping.
He does have a pretty high ping. I think they were citing that as a reason they may have lost. Unfortunately, ping is a very important aspect of the game. It's important to have low ping if you're going to be able to use chain guns effectively, but if you have high ping, that makes you incredibly difficult to shoot because you warp around everywhere. And I think Exe was saying that they might want to get an admin involved. They might want to replay? I'm not sure. Actually, they're asking for a sub. They're asking to see if Kami1 can sub out, or if Envy can sub out Kami1 for somebody else.
Yeah, Envy offered to sub him out. Looks like EXE is missing a few players.
You know, having high ping like that and warping around, it's an interesting issue. I know that a lot of other teams have had problems with it, whether they're playing against it or playing with it. I know I know there's some teams out there, I think it's kind of a gentleman's rule type of thing. I don't know. I think if you have a member on your team who has very high ping, who's warping around everywhere, on one hand, it's like there's no rules saying you can't have high ping usually, and having high ping is something you don't always have control of. But on the other hand, I mean, I'm spectating right here, and he's warping around. On the other hand, maybe it's a matter of just knowing that you have high ping and it's not fair that way. So you, as a team, should choose to not play that player because they have such high ping, and it wouldn't be fair with them warping everywhere. I'm not sure if that's what we should expect or what should become the norm. I'm not sure. Schmickeldorf saying that they don't blame the Kata lost on ping, they just lost on Kata, but on Crossfire, he was doing things like returning the flag with 200 ping, like he teleported to the flag. Actually saying they don't want to contest anything, they just are asking for a sub instead. And having been a player who's been on the receiving end playing against a warping capper, you feel extremely helpless because you can't hit him. He's doing things that he's extremely unpredictable. And right there he was citing a instance where they tried to kill him, but he just warped out of the way and warped into the flag to return it. So how do you deal with those things? I don't know.
Yeah, it can be very frustrating. Especially against a capper. And Kami is playing Chase, right?
I'm actually not sure. I kind of missed it.
I think he
but
is.
He is not capping, and capping is usually the position where you receive the most amount of flack for having high ping because snipers can't hit you. And Kami1 is still here. I wonder if they're trying to scramble to get a replacement. Yes, I believe Kami was playing Elo. That's what I thought he was doing. I think.
Oh, was he?
Fingerstyle is Envy's chaser. And I'm curious as to who they're going to bring in. I don't know Envy's roster real well. Let me pull it up here. I think I have it open. Let's see. Team Envy.
They have 8 people on right now, so.
Oh, they have 8 people in the server right now?
Mm-hmm. Was it Lufa? Is that the new one? River Rat, maybe. I don't think I saw him.
River Rat played last game. Style Points, I think Style Points might have played Kata. I'm not sure. I think Katabatic came in for Style Points for Crossfire. I don't think I remember seeing Katabatic on Kata. I'm not sure. Guitar Guy from Beacon Stop suggests that he could play for NV, and that's not going to happen. So it looks like we're probably going to have style points come in for Kami 1, is my guess. Question is, does style points play LO? Looking at their roster on the Newbloods site, they have, I think, EC Lee. I don't know if you've seen that name around before. And Lucked Up is the only other person that I haven't seen play so far who could play possibly. Looks like they said that they have a sub, so it looks like this game hopefully will get underway pretty soon. They did ask for a short break, so we still might have that going on.
Yep, we're still missing one EXE player.
Fingerstyle in the chat says that EC Lee and Lucked Up are inactive. Fingerstyle, do you know who is going to replace... it looks like this is going to be it. Yeah, it looks like they have their 7 in the server right now. So, yes, EXE just missing one person. Who are they missing? They're missing Gooby, it looks like.
Rock anytime. Hey.
The Sworders have our flag. Make the Sworders pay for their treachery.
Hi. Yes. Hi.
Our flag is secure.
So I'm just going to ski around here while we wait for the game to start. Let's throw on some Tribes music, shall we?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go take a bathroom break.
Awesome. Let's get some Tribes 2 in here.
Yes. Yes.
I'm still here, though.
We have the Sworders flag. Diamond Sword has secured their flag.
I am so cool. You learn. Ah, that's too bad. Yes. Anytime. Anytime. Yes. 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 Great shot. Great shot.
Curse those sandbreakers and their treachery.
And I think actually we might be switching over to the next map already.
Looks
So,
like.
we shall see. Let's turn down this awesome Tribes 2 music. And get ready for another game.
Our flag is secure.
And just confirming here that it's going to be live next map. I believe it will be. Yes, it will. And we are going to see some rain dance for you. Now,
Cool.
what do you know about rain dance here, Dunker?
Limited routes. There's no real back to front, and a very small stand. Easy to defend. So we'll see. I think the team with the better offense is probably going to win this one.
Yeah, once we load it up, I'll show you what he's talking about here. Still have the same teams. So this kind of big hill here at the front of the base for both teams is really tough just to kind of get up. Jets here in Traverse Center are kind of weak. So just to get your team, your offense, over to the other side of the map can be a pretty hefty feat. And by the time they get over there, they're kind of going slow, and so they've been spotted, and then they have to get up to this flag stand to clear it, and that can be a lot to ask for an offense because it has to be timed perfectly, or else caps are just not going to get out. It's because of these hills. It's also a very hard map to llama on and cluster, so it's very much a clear and grab type of map. And that style is extremely difficult because of how hard it is to get O to the other side of the base. Or the other side of the map, excuse me.
I'm wondering if we'll maybe see a grab cycle or two in this one.
That could be fun. I have seen grab cycles used in this map, usually to just get offense to the other side of the field. But you bring up a good point. We have not seen any vehicles yet so far. Neither team has opted to get a strike, which can do a lot of work on defense or offense, depending on how you use it. Or you can use it to do a strike grab. It can be very powerful and very useful if you know how to work it, but neither team has opted to go that route. And I think there was a while where strikes were kind of considered OP, but given their pricing and how seldom you see them, I think that they are kind of in a good place. It's turned into a good trade-off, where if you're in a strike, it opens some new options, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to dominate with it at all.
Yeah, I think they're balanced fairly well.
It looks like we're going to get started here in a minute. They weren't sure if they're ready. EXE says that they are good, and I think NV said they're going to be good. So here in the next 7 seconds, they're going to force the map to start. And looking at the setups here, NV has decided to go 100% Sentinel. No, they are going to do double Brute and Infiltrator O, and EXE the standard double Raider Infiltrator O themselves, with VO2 Tray capping, and it looks like it's going to be Prepared Lenin Soldier capping as well.
That double Brute's going to be really tough to defend against, especially in this map.
Indeed, and let me just set this up real quick. And we are good to go. Now, one thing about this map is that the generators can be very important. Oftentimes, you'll see players put up a force field on the flag like ExeCute has done. Actually, I typically see force fields placed on the other corner, which will stop both side-to-side routes and back-to-front routes. And Prepaid Lenin is on that back-to-front route, and he is out there with half health. Sniped by Schmickeldorf down to 266, but I don't see any chase. We do have Motive there putting some pecs on him down to 206 health. And it will be up to XE. Yes, Sir Mike gets the E-grab and tosses it off. And Prepared Lenin goes down. And I need to get the overlay up here. My mistake. And it is 1-1. Or 2-0. Save. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. And in the meantime, the flag was returned by EXE. And I am very distraught that I missed that. But we do have VFG Trey. VFG Trey actually got out as a Pathfinder, but he was sniped immediately by style points. And it looks like Sir Mike might get the midfield grab, and he's going to beat Ectobite to it, but no, he stops, and maybe he elects just to try to force the return. Ectobite does return it, and Sir Mike looks like he's about to go down as a Pathfinder. He does. VFG Trade now setting up his route. Probably going to be about 15 seconds out, I think. We have Gooby as Infiltrator coming in. He's going to throw some sticky grenades on the stand if he can get there in time. There goes one sticky, two stickies, and Googly's off the stand. And then VF Trey is out with half health, getting sniped and chained, but they are missing. And he still has a third health, and Prepaid Lenin is still way far out. And VF Trey is going to be here very soon to try to get this cap. Looking at the chase, we only have well, Ectobite tried to chase, and instead of trying to kill with chase, we have Lufa getting E-grab as a brute, and VFG abandons the stand to get time for someone to chase, but nobody's actually chasing here. Actually, no, we have one chaser, Sir Mike, with 3 cluster here for Envy. Sir Mike goes down pretty quickly. The flag is dropped, but no, EXE Motive gets the pickup for EXE. And looks like Ectobite now has the flag for Envy, and they are clustering this very well. Nobody getting ahead. Actually, Ectobite getting away, and VFG might get the return. No, he goes down. Big Shanka. No, Big Shanka can't get there either. And Lufa, still as the brute, is still toddling home here. Sir Mike now doing some chasing, but he is taken down midair by River Rat, and it looks like this is going to be an immediate standoff here. 1-0 for Envy, and this is an interesting inventory station placement. This is kind of fun with the leaves, but looks like it's going to be only 2 on defense for EXE, and the flag is dropped. Fingerside gets the pickup here, and we have a lot coming in. Big Shanka gets a conk, but it goes the wrong way, and it looks like Fingerside is going to get the pickup before he goes down, and VFG gets the return, and oops, the flag is in the hands of ExeCute, and there's no crash here, and ExeCute is going to equalize the game 1-1 for EXE. So again, a very quick 1-1, but we'll see if this turns out the same as Crossfire. Both teams already showing that they can handle the map, and they have a cap on the board. Now it's just going to be in terms of execution and coordination. Are those offenses going to be able to time themselves well to clear the stand to get ready for those cappers?
Also looks like both teams are electing to do single cappers.
Yeah, I think this map, Gooby goes for a front grab for whatever reason, and he tries to pass it off of VFG to bypass the Hoff, but it misses. That was an esports play. I wonder if that was a mistake. But that flag goes nowhere.
They're known for their passing, so I wouldn't be surprised if they tried one of those.
I would have loved if that was successful. That would have been awesome. But looking at the other stand, it looks like we got a couple of brutes for Envy trying to spam the stand with some discs. Do we have a capper coming in? Yes, prepaid London coming in side to side is out with half health as Pathfinder, not as Soldier, getting stumped once, twice by Smickledorf. The flag goes down, and Motive is going to get that return, I believe. Not going to miss it this time. Yes, he's in control of that, no problem. The VFG on the other side is out, full health as Pathfinder. Looks like there's some good clear on the Envy flag stand, and there's no one there to kill him. Nobody's in position to snipe him out, and VFG has 0 chase. Envy has got to come down the field. Oh, it looks like there was one person, Ectobite, who was trying to intercept him, but VFG has passed him by, and there's nobody coming in here yet for Envy to get this E-grab or to get that interception.
Looks like a cap.
And
yep.
Yes, it is a cap for Team EXE going up 2-1, and I believe this is the first time that EXE has been up in points over Envy so far in the entire series. Prepaid London setting up a back route. Does ExeCute see him? Both generators are down, so they can't get those gens up. Prepaid London out, but only 50 whole health, and he goes down to Big Shanka, who looks like he's going to get this return just fine. Taking a look, though, at the Envy stand. Gooby is he's hiding right here next to Googly. I don't know if Googly sees him, but Gooby's energy is about to run out. Gooby throws sticks the Googly, and Googly tries to find him. He goes down. Googly is down, and VFG is coming in for a cap or a grab. He is out with full health. That was one of the coolest clears I've ever seen in my life. And he is out with just under full health. He has so much health, he takes a disc jump. Looks like Ectobite is going to have to try to get an E-grab. He doesn't have the energy. He throws a sticky, but it looks like VFG is going to get the cap. No! Lufa gets the E-grab. He missed the stand. The flag is punted out, and Ectobite trying to get the kill. No! VFG gets the kill on Ectobite, and he's going to float back up. Motive wisely waiting to not return that flag, but the flag is still E-grabbed again, and Fingerstyle does get the return. Fingerstyle saved that flag cap that looked like it was going to be 3-1 for EXE, but no, Fingerstyle was able to get that return. Great crash by Envy, and unfortunate for VFG missing that flag stand. That cost him a cap there, and perhaps he shouldn't have taken that disc jump like he wanted to.
It looks like they tried to time that return, but Landon was sitting on the flag.
Well, Motive was doing a good job timing the return after the E-grab, But unfortunately, there was a conk that killed VFG Trey and knocked him out of knocked the flag out of his hands. He's coming in for another grab, but he goes down immediately to Googly's mines. So nothing doing for that grab attempt. We have Prepaid London now setting up on a side to side from, I guess, the other side of the map to mix things up. The flag is looks like he's being shelled this time instead of by brutes, by juggernauts. And a couple of missed mortars here, but I think, where is Prepaid London? Did he go down? I don't see him. He should have come in by now, I think.
He's still on a route.
Oh, he's still on a route. Okay, there he is. I now see him. And the flag stand is completely clear, but now all of the defense is respawning. That could have been too early of a clear, but have they spotted him? Hunter getting into position, and he's still not on the flag stand. Prepaid London is going to come here and get the flag. He is out with 1,000 health as Soldier. One tonight by Schmickeldorf. Second one misses and a third one misses, but he is Motive is right on top of him. Motive's actually ahead of him. Motive pecking him down. I think Motive's going to try to nail a conk on him. Prepaid London tries to toss it off to River Rat, but he misses, and Big Shonka gets the mid-air return. It looked like there was a grab attempt by VFG Trey over here, and the flag went down, and they are able to get that return just fine as well.
Yeah, Motive's running that lightweight perk, so we can catch up to cappers pretty fast, especially soldiers.
You know, I haven't seen a lot of chasers run lightweight. It was designed, in fact, Z Protoss was the one I think who came up with the idea, and it was designed for chasers, but I think a lot of people have opted to ignore it. But VFG Trey is out, and with almost full health here with the flag again, and there's pretty much no chase on him. They're going to have to intercept him or get an E-grab. I've a few missed snipes, actually one connected there, bringing him down to just about half health. And taking a look at the flag stand, we have defense ready set up. Gooby is not on offense anymore. He is respawned here as a soldier, getting ready to take down any any crash. Ectobite is here as an infiltrator who wants to get that return, and River Rat is out here to try to intercept him. POG Trey is very low on health, but he goes down, and the flag is loose, and it could be returned by Fingerstyle. Fingerstyle misses, and Gooby gets the pickup and takes out Ectobite, so no return there. River Rat is still alive as that Juggernaut, and where's the flag there? Flag was taken by Prepaid Lenin, who was on a route, so they distracted long enough for him to get out. He is extremely low on health. Schmickeldorf snipes him down, but he punts it out to Style Points, who's got the pickup out there. And I don't think EXE is worried about chase right now. They just want to keep this flag alive. And now that they're set up now on defense, they're going to go out and try to get that flag back. It's not quite a standoff yet because they are not home. Envy is not home, but they do have quite a lot of cluster around this flag. I think now it's probably safe to say this is a standoff. And I think this is, what, the second standoff of the game?
I believe second.
Second standoff, okay. And EXE won the first one, getting that return and turning that into a cap. And look at this, they only have 2 on defense, counting on the terrain to help delay the offense from Envy. And so they have 5. That means they have 5 on offense, just trying to put on that pressure to get the return. Prepaid Lenin flying high in the air, and VFG Trey trying to get a conk. We have Gooby there as an infiltrator, but it looks like that was taken down pretty easily. And looking at EXE, I think there was an infiltrator somewhere. I don't know if there was an attempt yet, but they are still alive. Schmickeldorf and ExeCute. You know what? Actually, I think Schmickeldorf was also there on D, so they didn't have 2D. They had 3D, and because Schmickeldorf was just off to the side, he was as sniper, and he has switched into Raider now with the jammer pack to mitigate infiltrators. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Fingerstyle, also someone with, I guess that would be, who's this next to him? Lufa. That would be a spectator bug where I can't see his name.
ExeCute running 2 infiltrators.
You know, infiltrators, on one hand, they might be considered a gimmick, but, you know, I've seen some really great returns. And Gooby going for a Sonic Punch. Fortunately, he is taken down. Looks like they have a tech out here. They have a second infiltrator. And there's a Sonic Punch, and this could turn into a return. But no, he's chained down. It looked like somebody was running tech over for Envy. Who was it running tech? Googly is, and
Googly.
Actually, he just threw down a repair pack, and I don't know if those are legal. Googly, okay, they're just saying in the chat, no repair kits, please. Googly saying, wait, no, I thought they were allowed now. and he's going down to take those off. So it looks like it was just an honest mistake, no cheating here. But this standoff will continue. And flag carrier way high up in the air, getting chained quite a bit. There's a lot of Envy people. A Conk goes down on Exenter, and he goes down. Who's going to get the pickup, though? It looks like Spookadove knocked off course, and Ectobite. No, he does get the pickup, but there was return. He died,
Shanka.
And so it looks like... there was a return. Big Shanka Sonic punched the flag carrier for Envy and got the return there. So a play was resolved there with a no cap for either team.
He had really good patience. He waited for the capper to come in towards the stand and then just met him halfway.
Yeah, so those infiltrators, some people think they're gimmicks, but you know what? They could do some work. So it looks like VFG Trey is technician right now. Interesting. Are they repairing? They do have their generator up. So VFG Trey, I think, might have repaired before getting ready to cap. He's still technician, though. I wonder where he is. Is there a vehicle? Yes, there is a vehicle. He is in a strike, and it looks like he's going to maybe try to clear or do a strike grab. I don't know of anybody else on their team who is set up as a capper. Gooby is a pathfinder instead of infiltrator. So maybe VFG Trey is their striker and Gooby is their backup capper while VFG
He's
Trey
going
goes
for
strike. And yes,
Grabs it
Gooby is the capper, and he's out clean. He is in the Pathfinder class, full health. There's no sniper up for Envy, and Gooby is gone.
It's a tree.
Runs into the tree. Trees OP, nerf trees. Being escorted by that strike, which is a great escort. Figure style coming in for chase. Run over straight away by VFG Trey, and I don't see anyone who can stop this from becoming the third cap for Team EXE here with just over 10 minutes left in the left in the game. And EXE is over halfway to winning their first and only map of the series, but we'll see if Envy has anything to say about that. They still have quite a lot of time to change that. But as I was saying before, finally getting that vehicle, it opens up new possibilities. Both teams can try different things, and it just changes the way you can play. It can be a good thing or a bad thing. It is sort of a side grade in terms of strategies.
Absolutely. If you've got a strong offense that can take losing an offense player to strike, definitely worth it.
This flag stand getting cleared quite a bit by that strike. And Gooby comes in again as the Pathfinder, full health. Do they have the sniper alive? The sniper still looks like he's alive. No, he just goes down. Style points is down. But Gooby was chained down quite a bit. He punts it to a hill. VFG Trey looks like he jumped out of the strike and grabbed it, trying to redirect himself with that insane strike momentum to go back toward the flag. And I don't know if anyone's able to get that strike back, but he's trying to turn as much as he can, going fast out of the strike. Finally, he gets a good bounce, but he's going pretty slow, and Fingerstyle is still on top of him.
Lennon, by the way, is out.
Yes, Prepaid Lennon is out on the other side, and Style Points and Googly escorting him. And it looks like this could turn into yet another standoff. And yes, EXE clustering around their flag pretty well, and Envy having some good cluster too. So yes, this has turned into a standoff, and actually, it looks like Ectobite from Envy was able to steal the flag steal the strike, but the strike goes down. Ectobite got a good conk, but he was taken down pretty quickly. Strikes can be a really useful thing to have in standoffs. A lot of times you'll have players come in and crash the enemy flag, and the flag carrier will float up way up high in the air to avoid concussive nitrons. But that is an excellent opportunity then for a strike to swoop in and run the guy over who's floating way up high in the air.
Yeah, you get maybe one, maybe two chances, because the defense will chain that strike out very fast.
And here we have a offensive attempt from EXE. Gooby as an infiltrator again. Infiltrator who got the return, or infiltrators got the return last time, and Gooby trying to get in position, but they know he's there. Sir Mike trying to distract, and Gooby has revealed himself, and he goes down. It looks like Envy might be able to clean this up just fine. On the other side, though, EXE no pressure right now. They must have had some pressure earlier because I don't think Envy would have taken this long to make that attack. But EXE we see is sending out and getting another wave. It takes just so much coordination. Standoffs can be is a very different environment from standard attacking the flag, clearing the flag stand. You can't do routes. You just kind of have to bring yourselves together, coordinate, go in the right timings. There's lots of different ideas, different ways to approach the flag stand. You can come up with juggernauts, you can come up with infiltrators, pathfinders. There's all sorts of things you can do, and it's just a very different scenario. Quite a bit of crash onto the EXE flag, but they're able to defend it, I think, okay. River Rat and Prepaid Lenin coming in, and Motive as the flag carrier is low on energy and thinking out to half health. Actually, the flag goes down, and Prepaid Lenin gets the return, and Envy, I don't think they have any contest here for anyone to get this E-grab or make a play. That's just the nature of Rain Dance, but no, they're able to get that full cap, and Gooby tried to get a E-grab, but not there in time. Goes down pretty quickly. So 3-2 now, and Envy has closed the gap to a 1-point game here on Rain Dance.
Getting interesting.
Yeah, these two teams very closely matched, I think. Katabatic was pretty one-sided, relatively speaking, but the last two maps have been just very, very close. Very good play from both teams, able to have a pretty solid offense and defense. VFG Trey now back as capping as Pathfinder, and that flag, what's the timing going to be? It's got 3, 2, 1. It's going to be returned right in time, and VFG Trey he runs into the side of the flag stand. Unfortunately, not able to get that grab. That would have been an amazing grab, but unfortunately, it wasn't working out. We do have Gooby, though, as the Pathfinder, so they're running double caps now, and Gooby is going to be able to get the pickup. He does. He's out again with very high health. Style Points is getting the snipe, but Big Shanka is on top of them, and it looks like he's not able to see him anymore. Big Shanka takes him out in suicides. Prepaid Lenin now is the one who's got to get the play, and he misses. Flag is alive. There's a lot of envy on top of this flag stand, but where is Gooby? Here comes Gooby, and he does get the cap. So it brings it up 4-2 in favor of EXE here with 5 minutes left to go. This is still anyone's game. Envy has gotten 2 points already, and they can still get more, bringing them to another close game. Their offenses proved to be pretty effective so far. Just not quite as effective as EXE's.
Also, good on EXE for keeping Envy on their toes with switching Gooby back and forth between caps and inf.
That's a really great point. I wonder if EXE has enough money for another strike yet, if they're going to try that switch up. This seemed to be pretty effective. Schmickelov is spotting this back cap, but he's now a broken line of sight with himself. Exunter, though, taking him out with all those mines, and looks like that's going to be pretty safe. River Rat maybe trying to get a midfield grab, but Motive is keeping that flag pretty well guarded. And
ExeCute's coming in on another grab. He's on a route. He misses, though.
Gooby is out, though. You said Envy was on another route. They do have a pickup, though. They've killed everyone on defense, and Schmickelov is trying to snap him out, but we have 4 people now on defense, or on this cluster. Looks like 2 of them are down, and Fingerstyle just kind of walking lazily toward the flag stand. I don't know if they're treating this as an E-grab or if he's just trying to stay alive, going the wrong way now. Tries to punt it out, but he was just going for it. I can't tell. Envy doing an amazing job of keeping this flag alive on the wrong side of the map. Still alive, conked by Motive, but Envy is just doing a great job coming into this cluster. The flag is returned, and it looks like it could be a 5th cap here for EXE, and yes it is. EXE takes the map 5-2, so they were able to at least win one game in this best-of-3 set. Or actually, this isn't best-of-3, it's flat 3. And GG is well played on both teams. Congratulations to Envy for winning the set, but well done by EXE for at least getting 1 point on the board. And I'm looking forward to seeing how these two teams play each in the future, and seeing them on the ladder and playing against them as my own team. So, well played. I'm really excited to be able to see that game.
Yeah, can't wait. When does Newbloods end?
I actually don't know. I feel like any team... I mean, I know, as I was saying, M-Star's Money Truck joined into your team, so I guess they're out of Newbloods in the sense that they don't exist anymore as M-Star's Money Truck. But I'm not sure how Newbloods works in general, but well done on the part of Envy for taking the 2 wins there, and yeah, we'll see how this goes going forward.
Yeah, very exciting games. Are we gonna do interviews?
Let's see. I don't know. I guess we could. Let's see if we could talk to them. I don't know if Envy has a channel on IRC. I do see ExeCute. Do you know what Envy's channel is, by any chance?
Let me check.
Oh, it's Envy, not Envy, but Envy. Here it is. I'm on too many channels. Here we go. Here we go. Do we want to pull these guys in for interviews? Do you want to interview? And let me switch this over. We do have the winners now. Envy, I'm going to go ahead and put this up. And Envy. Let's see. Give them the mumble info. Copy this. Alright, and let's see if we can bring some people in here. Here we go.
Hi, Gooby.
They're all muted. Hold on. There you go. Can you guys hear?
Hello.
Morph and Exunter are both muted. Hello, Gooby. And we have some more people coming in.
How you doing, Dodge?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Thank you for casting.
Oh, it's my pleasure. You guys all played real well. I was fortunate to be able to watch, and my stream did not explode.
Excellent.
Computer didn't
Very good,
explode
mate.
this time? Awesome.
Always good.
It's a good thing when completed.
Put out the fire and everything.
Combust. And we have Motive in here as well from Team EXE. I haven't seen anyone from Envy come in yet, but I did invite them. Let's see. Close this. There's Big Shanka as well. GG's, everybody. Do we have Envy? Where are they? I don't see them yet. But they're on their way, I hope.
Style points.
Kami1 says that Envy is on the way. There's style points. Hello,
GG
style points.
style
We
points.
have someone here from Envy now.
Heyo.
Hey there.
GG, dude.
Hi.
GG's.
Yes, very good games.
Hey, good games. We really, we're looking forward to that. It was awesome.
Very
Yeah,
awesome. Just give me any time, man.
Yeah.
I have to say, I was very impressed with Envy's play. You guys did a really good job. You had some great flag play, some great cluster play. So well done. Congrats on your victory to you guys. But, you know,
Thanks.
I mean, EXE played well as well, winning Rain Dance there at the end. And, of course, Crossfire, I think that could have been anyone's game. It was just so close, going into overtime, 3-3. It was, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the future competing, scrimming, and hopefully playing on the ladders in the future as well.
Yeah. It's one thing at a time. We're kind of, taking Newbloods first and then kind of worrying about, the other shit after.
Same here.
While we wait for more Envy players coming in, we do have River Rat here. Let's bring him in. Hello, River Rat. Congratulations to Team Envy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, River's like 14, so.
I want you to know that I skipped dance class to be here tonight.
Do you play like that? Does your team like put up with that?
All right, this is my real voice.
Awesome. Aw, I kind of hoped you would say that.
No.
We like the kid voice better though.
Youngest comp player.
I
ever.
I probably should play like that. They'd hear me better.
it would stick out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about the games. On Katabatic, Envy seemed to have that pretty convincingly, with especially with several caps coming out with that super high route. EXE, had you seen that right before, or how do you know how to deal with that one?
Oh, we've seen it, but we never had to deal with it. I hate that route as a sniper because it's always tricky. I'm like, did he just screw up his route? Did he just do a rock bounce? Did he just like glitch out or something? But no, he's doing an actual route, and I think I've seen that route a lot, but none of us know how to deal with it.
Prepared Lennon in the chat said that he learned it yesterday, and for those who don't know, again, that route was invented by the infamous Iban, who named that route the derp route.
Yep, that's what we call it too.
But yeah, so let's see, we don't have Prepared Lennon in here to actually talk about it, but he is in the chat. Yeah, very well done with that. So you haven't dealt with that before, EXE. How did you feel about the way your team was doing? Like, what did you feel like was the problem for you guys on that map?
Spotting, definitely. I haven't been doing very well on Kata lately for some reason. I used to be doing really good on Kata, but then something happened and I'm terrible at it now.
Yeah, it's just a problem spotting cappers on their way in, and the rest of our defense will have a hard time dealing with cappers if it's just like a 2-second warning, so they would end up getting the flag out a lot.
And also you guys are running brutes a lot, which we haven't had much practice against.
Yeah, they did a great job spamming the flag with brutes and fractals, and that prevented me from nitroning the capper.
How about EXE's offense? Did you feel like you were able to be coordinated on clear and such? It felt like from watching that there was maybe some timing issues, or what did you guys think about that?
Yeah, I was having a hard time getting to the sniper by the time I needed to, so I would always end up just trying to get some mines down on the clear so that Trey would be able to at least get out with the flag.
And also we were doing some really weird plays, like we didn't know how to deal with any of the routes they were thrown in. Oh, we didn't know how to deal with most of them, but the derp route was a problem, so we had Mike go back on defense for a little bit, which was destroying our offense, and it wasn't actually helping against stopping the caps. Now,
you mentioned the brute clear. Let's see, do we have any offense here from Envy? It looks like we might. I'm not even sure. I think
River Rats. I was on offense.
Okay.
On which map?
Well, I guess we're talking about Kata right now.
Right, Kata, we were doing like a Raider, double Raider, and Inf. Lufa might have went brute a few times and tried to get some fractals up on the stand. Everything seemed to go pretty smooth on Kata. Were you guys nervous on Kata or something because of the first map, jitters or something?
First map? Oh, we usually get jitters. I know I do, but we're usually good on pretty good on Kata, but I wasn't spotting anything, which is the problem.
Yeah, we got all happy. I mean, like, I'll be honest with you. We had like a half-hour discussion beforehand. We were going to decide whether we were going to pick Rain Dance for a third map or not if we won the duel. It was like a huge discussion. We said, well, you know what? If we win on Kata, maybe that means that EXA is not so good on big maps, and we'll pick Rain Dance.
Yeah, it was not a good idea.
Epic fail.
Yeah, we have not practiced Rain Dance at all. We just kind of figured... Yeah, we just figured, well, we should do well against it.
It's not that they're not good, it's just that we know that they're really awesome at cluster play, so we're just like, I think a big map kind of negates that.
Definitely.
I mean, we've seen your games against Riot and more recently STD, and your flag play is just freaking awesome. And pretty much the only way we figured we would deal with that by basically with large maps and just attempting to chain, you know.
But unfortunately, our capper's kind of awesome too.
Yeah, no, we definitely consider that too. Like, yeah, Trey is a beast. Definitely the best capper that we've had to go up against.
And on Crossfire, we dealt with. You guys did a really good job of like keeping us away from those cluster plays by just always having someone on your stand, because usually what we'll do is if a capper fails, you know, we'll go in and try and get the llama out, but we would never really have everyone set up in the right place because you guys would be shutting us down.
We were nice and synced up on Crossfire too with the respawning of your offense, because we would come in and try to attack the stand, and then all of your offense would respawn from getting cleared off of ours.
I told our offense just to wait for about a minute so we could actually get some get that not to happen.
There's that timing issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we all have timing issues. I mean, I don't think there's a Newbloods team out there that doesn't have some kind of timing issue on offense.
Yeah, the game of Tribes is very, very much about timing and getting those times right. It's pretty hard to do.
Break out that stopwatch.
On Crossfire, which was arguably the closest, well, it was the closest of the maps. I noticed a pretty different style between both Envy and EXE. Envy typically decided to do the standard side-to-side routes that kind of go way up high in the air, but they did it in Soldier, and I guess you guys eventually went into double Soldier caps. What was your thoughts behind that? Is that just what you've always played, or what inspired the double caps, or just staying with those side-to-side ones?
We just adjusted. Yeah, we just pretty much adjusted.
Well, about a week ago, we were talking, or not a week ago, a few days ago, we were talking Crossfire strats. And ExeCute is a fairly new member of ours. I mean, he's only been on for maybe 2.5 weeks. So he's a fantastic player. Like, he can basically play anything, which is basically why we picked him up. And so, and an amazing camper as well. And basically, we just kind of figured out a back route that was low biz and came in fairly fast with high HP. And we figured if we had that threat of Lennon coming in on those high biz routes and having Lennon come in just a little bit earlier, basically, we have the sniper's attention all on Lennon, so that basically ExeCute can get up the middle unnoticed. And generally, the idea was to have maybe a midfield raider and possibly an inf in your base, or possibly brutes in your base. We were working on brute routes to get on top of your ship. And yeah.
So
basically
using double
midfield.
So using double caps to distract the sniper to hope that one of them at least can get out.
Yeah, basically.
And for EXE, I guess it was typically just mostly just a one capper setup. I don't know. I think I saw VFG Trey trying some interesting back routes where they kind of went up high behind the base and tried to do some grabs. And I also saw Gooby doing some kind of infiltrator llamas and trying to punt it out to the midfield. What was the thoughts behind that?
Well, Trey loves to do the over the ship and over the shoulder routes because they can get you somewhat more of a straight trajectory back to your base without actually having to go through the ship. And so he was running those, and then if he wouldn't get out, and I would always check with Mike and Shanka if they were in the mid, I would try and grab it and then llama mid, punt to mid, try and get a train going. But most of the time I wouldn't get my punt out because I waited too long or because I got shut down, and then they would get the return because they were on top of it.
Gotcha. Well, that map turned out really, really close. I guess you guys were talking that Kami 1 was having some ping issues. Does Envy know what was going on and why his ping was so high?
His cable provider is terrible. He has Rogers, and he's from Canada. And basically, his ping, he continually has to play with lag spikes. And, I mean, he wasn't sure if he'd actually even be able to play because he just wasn't able to shoot anything. So he was just he had a 200 ping, and we were just kind of are we going to play him or not? And Kami's like, dude, I'm going to kill shit 200 ping or not. I don't care. So he just played.
Yeah, he's basically the leader of our offense. He calls the plays, so not having him in is a big detriment to us. We have not practiced. I don't think we played one scrim or one OBD without him leading the offense, essentially. And for him to have ping issues is a big deal for us because he's a really, really skilled infiltrator. And like Styles said, I mean, he doesn't give a crap what kind of barriers are put in his way. He's gonna do his job.
Yeah, there was one moment there where, and I was observing that map. He went for the return. The flag was actually coming right for him, and he was cloaked, and the flag went right through him because of a lag spike.
Oh, wow. Well, we do have Exunter coming in. I'll bring him in as well. Yeah, I'm glad that it wasn't turned out to be hopefully not that big of a deal, or I hope it didn't really affect the map too badly. But just props to Envy for being good sports about it. It is an issue that I think is relevant. We got to think about pings and how they affect balance and such. I personally appreciate you just going ahead and subbing out, even if you weren't sure if it was really something you need to do. But props to you for that.
Yes, thank you for that.
You made the third map much more fun for us.
Like on the
offense, like really pulled it together.
Yeah, we got really mad on Crossfire because he was going for the return and he kind of just teleported to the flag and you guys got the winning cap.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like
It's more apparent because it's close.
yeah. Like we're
on Kata,
playing...
it's fine. We just got destroyed on Kata.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it's sort of we found it like a detriment to us because he just couldn't hit his normal chain, you know, like
double-edged sword, I think.
Yeah, so like it's whatever.
He also missed a couple flag returns because he warped through it. I saw it, and he was like yelling. It was not too much fun.
Yeah, like at one point he yelled, "I got the return! I got the return!" So our capper headed for the flag, but then the flag went right through Kami. And then that caused the return in EXE's favor, actually. So his lag spikes went both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could understand. Yeah, if it was like a capper, you know, that's like not cool, but...
If he was a capper, we wouldn't even let him play the first map, but otherwise it's fine.
No way.
Well, the third map was Rain Dance, and I'm curious, just as a general feeling, how do you as teams feel about Rain Dance as a map?
It's boring. It's just boring. It's so simple. There's like nothing interesting about it. Everything is strong on it, and everything is obvious.
Except clusters. It's just a really slow, boring map.
Yeah, you have.
Once it gets out, you can't really crash. There's no like really super clutch plays that you can do. It's just straight up cap, chase, maybe snipe out, return, or they just cap.
Yeah, I think we thought Rain Dance just because it's an easier map for offense to I guess get together in time, and we didn't have a guy that leads our offense like literally 100% of the time, so that was one of the reasons. But I completely agree with you. Like the map is really dull and it's too big for a 7v7. Realistically, it's built for a 10v10 or possibly more.
Dude, Temple, at least you get those nice 400 routes.
Have you guys played Temple in scrims or anything? What do you guys think of
We've never
Temple?
played it in scrim.
Okay, I was just curious.
I played it in a pug once. It wasn't that great.
I saw Gooby switched from his typical infiltrator to help double cap with VS3 Trey, I think. How is that, Gooby? I didn't realize you were a capper.
Well, that's kind of the thing is I'm not. I have been practicing double cap with Trey lately. He's been showing some of his routes. Yeah, I'm half a capper. Like on dry dock, I run a really slow, but if it gets out, successful stand to stand, and that's usually a backup if Trey's routes miss, or as a distraction for Trey's routes. He's always going to be faster and more health than me. I'm usually just there for, and if I miss or something, then I can clear. It's just like nice to have another person headed for the flag. If
we did
add doesn't work out.
We do have another capper.
Out both times.
And we do have another capper that we just added to our roster, but he's out of town right now. And we're gonna use him double cap once he gets back.
Oh yeah, that would be Quicks99. Yes,
yeah,
I saw that you guys picked him up. That's gonna be fun. I have seen him in pubs, and he was really good. So I think that's a good pickup.
Yep, and he also snipes, so I don't have to. Every time I lag out, don't have to worry about it.
I noticed that Trey jumped in a Shrike for Rain Dance, which was the first vehicle we saw all night.
He's been dying to get in a Shrike, and he's just been waiting for me to get.
We decided that Trey is going to be our Shriker now, since Sin isn't really been able to play recently. And so once we get Quicks on, who can, because Gooby's a good capper, but Quicks is way better.
I'm not a good capper. That's not true.
Fine. You're an awful capper. Goddamn.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well tonight.
Just stop.
Yeah, you got out too, so you know.
When we I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, right. Trey has been dying to get into the Shrike, and so he's just been waiting for me to be either on a map or good enough at hitting my routes to be able to go solo cap so that he can run a mix of offense and defensive Shrike.
Yeah, we don't really have anyone that can Shrike, or we have people that can Shrike, but they don't really practice it, you know what I mean? Like Style, for instance, he has some sick Shrike grabs that he has pulled out numerous times, but he doesn't really practice Shrike, and so we're all fairly average at it. And in Newbloods, I find that most people don't know how to deal with Shrikes. Like, I don't think anyone has a set plan for dealing with them, and it just causes tons of chaos.
I noticed you guys brought out a Saber bringer when this Shrike came about.
Yeah, I just switched.
That was just funny. It was like, we have a Saber on us? We're like, what?
In our match against STD, Trey actually said, "I'm not going to be capping for a minute. I'm just going to chase this strike down," and that's what he did. He chased it all over the map and chained it out.
No, he grabbed it.
Yeah, actually, he ended up grabbing it, but
well, grabbing strikes like that can be really useful.
Oh, I think the best strategy is to snipe the guy out of a strike.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to deal with a strike.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Easiest. Yeah,
that's
no
our
problem.
set strat.
Just melee him out of it. Just jump on, melee him, get in.
So for Envy, what was I gonna say? I can't remember what I was gonna say. So I guess you're saying neither of you are really big fans of Rain Dance, but you picked it up anyway. And it was a good game. I still enjoyed watching it, even though I guess you guys don't really enjoy playing it. But so I guess you kind of already answered the question. I was going to ask you how you dealt with strikes, but you just said that. Now, this was you guys meeting for Newbloods. How long does Newbloods last? Do you guys know?
4 years.
It seems to be going on forever and ever.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to go into past next year at this rate, so...
I'll probably be on Medicaid by the time it's done.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll be on Obamacare.
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
Well, personally, I think that both of you teams are good enough to join the TWL ladder, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there and playing against you maybe one day.
Yeah, for sure. Once we get done with Newbloods, we're probably going to jump right on that.
Thanks for casting again, Dodge.
Yeah,
was great.
Yeah,
last question. EXE, what is one thing that you think that Envy could improve on for the future?
Oh man, I don't know. They're kind of kicking my ass.
Killing me. How about that? Because you guys were killing me about 5 seconds too early, so I would respawn, get rage, and snipe out your capper a lot of the time.
So getting on the sniper at the right time.
Yeah, that's a really good suggestion. You were completely owning us up for a little while and for a long while, actually. Yeah. Jeez.
Crossfire is my map.
We practiced a little bit tonight, and that's what I said. I was like, you guys are coming too early.
And for Envy, what is one thing that you think EXE could improve on?
Well, I think our teams have kind of stylistically big differences. I mean, they play it like this game is CTF. Nothing matters but the flag, and they're absolutely right on that. Like, they completely prioritize getting the flag across the map at all costs. Whereas we prioritize more of the I guess just the clears and getting out the routes and killing. I mean, we really prioritize dueling the other team out, and we practice that quite a bit. Like, their flag play is much better than ours. Like, I don't think anybody can possibly say that we can compete with them in the flag play category. But we work on the other parts, and it evens out. So I would say, like, work on more on just I guess, timing wise. You were talking about how you were struggling to get across the map and time it correctly, and I mean, a lot of that is like perfecting your offensive routes in a Crossfire, like low vis routes, and just killing out the LD like super fast. Chain them out and just go. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yep.
Awesome. Tunker, do you have anything you want to ask?
One question I saw on Rain Dance, I believe it was ExeCute ran 2 infiltrators on the offense for the standoff. Is that something you guys practice, or just...
We've been trying to get into the double inf offense in general, but we haven't practiced before. It was kind of just like okay, Sean could go for the Dren, I'm going to go for the return kind of thing. And then I died, and Sean ended up going for the return as well.
Yeah, seems very viable. That.
Awesome. Well, I think that's it for me. Does anyone have anything else to say? Anything else to add? Any last words?
Great games, guys.
Yeah, good games.
Good games.
Very good games.
And I'm excited to see you guys going forward in the future. Congratulations to Envy. And I think that's going to be it for me. And we're just going to go ahead and play this out here. GG's to both teams. Well done.
GG's.
Thanks, games, guys.
Guys are gassed and dodge. See you guys later.
My pleasure.